Well, hey, how's it going, everybody? Better late than never. Welcome to Old Town Spring, Texas. Yeah, I had a work meeting scheduled that I didn't even know about until I fired up my laptop like 8 o'clock this morning and at 11 o'clock. So it went past the noon hour, so I had to finish up that meeting and I rushed over here. So we got plenty of time. I know we'll let the lunch bunch start to gather in here. But this is a nice historic old Texas railroad town. We filmed it before. We filmed it last summer. It was really hot. That's where we saw the pirate guy. And that was on TikTok. We'll do it on YouTube here. So here's some of the old 19th century buildings here. And this is a railroad town in Texas that dates back to, I think, the 1830s, 1850s. Hey, John James, how's it going there? Holland Marco Press, hello, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in. See, better late than never here. We made it to Old Town Spring here. We'll go to Puffabelly's restaurant. There's a nice bar across the way we'll get to. We'll see. Last time we were able to get to the second level. There's some really interesting kitsch and historic items, old antiques and stuff in there. But here's the Puffabelly's is in the old railroad depot. So this is a great way to start. The Puffabelly's restaurant here, Old Town Spring. Here's the railroad crossing. There, we'll go to Winchay's Brothers, their cafe and saloon at Old Texas Saloon there. I think they got old banks and stuff with vaults and interesting things. I know some of the people, they don't like live streamers in this town, so we'll see if we'll be nice and see if we can get permission to film in some of these historic buildings here. Here's the railroad depot. Yeah, doing good. Christy Draper and Jonathan and May. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, the lunch bunch here, Holland. Okay, so yeah, brief history of this area of Texas. So Galveston was the historical port for this area of Texas. It goes back to before the Texas Republic. Galveston's named after Galvez. He was a Spanish explorer, and Galveston was the main town long before Houston. But Galveston was destroyed by a hurricane in 1900. A lot of the city moved. A lot of the city moved towards north up the Buffalo Bayou to Houston. When railroads came to this part of Texas, this is as far south as it originally went, and then eventually connected to Houston. Maybe I'm not saying this right. You know, Houston, the port of Houston there, and on to Galveston. And Galveston and Houston are linked with their development. Galveston was hemmed in on that barrier island. It couldn't grow. Houston was able to grow more, so Houston became the railroad depot, and this was part of that. There was two junctions of railroads that came here that went north up to Dallas, Fort Worth, and then over to Austin and San Antonio. I'm not for sure. I think the San Antonio line was further south. That's why Old Town Spring was here. It was a railroad town, Spring, Texas. And they got all these nice, interesting antique shops, little barber shops. Look, 111 West Main there. Mary Therese, how you doing there? Krista, thanks everybody for tuning in here. So we'll film some of these old antique shops. Winchay Brothers Cafe and Saloon. They got plenty of parking. Last time we lucked out there. Am I streaming okay? Last time we got the railroad going through. So if I hear the railroad, I'll run like a kid over to film the railroad engine coming through this town. And look at right away, you got antiques. Look how you can, this glass enclosed porch, all the amazing kitchen and antique stuff that you can find here. We'll try Winchay Brothers here. It's kind of dicey crossing the street here, but yeah, here's Old Town Spring, the main drag there. We're streaming good. Hey, how's it going, Chris? How you doing here? We're in Texas. Winchay Brothers Cafe and Saloon. Look at the flag of Texas, American flag. And yeah, Winchay Brothers, hopefully I'm saying it right. Look, they got an historic plaque on the side of this saloon. Winchay Brothers Saloon and Hotel. This used to be a hotel. It was constructed in 1902. Springs Early's family, the Winchays. From Germany, 1846. Remember how I told Demichi was on, and how the hill country, a lot of German immigrants to America came to Texas, you know, starting with the Republic of Texas and after, when Texas became a state and moved to the hill country. You can see that in the news of the world. Here's the Winche Brothers Cafe and Saloon. We'll go inside here and see if they, hey, how you doing? Thank you. Yeah, people are dying. How you doing? Hey, do you mind if I film in here for YouTube? I want to show the historic nature and promote your business. I want to get permission. Is that okay?
Okay, good.
Yeah. And you got like, I know, like this cash register. Is it fine if I go upstairs? And, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. So here we're in Winche Brothers. It used to be a hotel. Look at this old cash register. They got an old safe. A few doors down is actually the bank.
We also have outside too.
Outside? Yeah, okay, thank you. I'll check. Well, I'll check it out. I'll go. How do you get there?
Just walk around the building.
Walk around the building. I'll check it out. Thank you very much, sir. So yeah, we'll check this out. Look how much seating they got here. Winche Brothers Bar and Saloon. This is in Spring, Texas. They got a boar's head on the wall. Am I streaming okay? That is a cool place. I remember coming to this last summer, and wait till you go upstairs. We'll show the old hotel portion. We'll go up these stairs. But look, they got old railroad depot chairs from when they probably from the railroad depot these old clocks. Here you can see pictures of what it looked like. Winche Brothers. Maybe that's Winche right there, and hopefully I'm saying it right. Let's go. We'll show. There's the old historic bar. Let's cruise this way. People are having their meals here. So here we'll go upstairs. We'll go up to the second level because I don't want to bother people having their lunch here. And we'll go up to the hotel portion. It's really interesting up here. I remember going up here last time. Look at that beautiful mirrored bar. So contrast this with, we went to the Woodlands yesterday, the new master planned, more modern, and Spring is the old town that was here long before any of that was developed. And look how we go on the second story here. They got the old time rocking chair, the old rug here, the pictures on the wall. Look how you can look out. Let's go out here. Oh, you can't. They got it locked, but they got outdoor seating. Second level here. Look at the fixtures. Look at these old lamps. Hey, Taco Jalapeno Salsa, Elena, how's it doing? If I missed anybody, I'm just excited to be back here in the hotel portion of the Winche Brothers. Look, Lyle Lovett. Lyle Lovett, he's been here. Famous personalities that have been up here in the second floor. They got an office area. We'll stay out of there because they actually use it as a business office. Here's the old hotel portion, an old Texas hotel and saloon, Spring, Texas. Look at the natural wallpaper. I mean, the historic wallpaper, the wood boards on the ceiling, the fixtures, stuff on the wall. I remember my grandmother's. It smells like my grandmother's and grandfather's place, the old farmhouses that I remembered from my childhood. And it's mainly just the decaying wood, you know, the old lumber that you smell. Yeah, whiskey cake. Menu items. Thanks for looking up the menu items there. Yeah. Playing some good music here. Look at these rooms. I mean, this is when I picture old time Texas, you know, it almost starts to look like the Wild West a little bit because, you know, it was out here on the frontier at one time. Of course, the Native Americans were here first. We got to acknowledge that. And old pictures, old farm utensils. Look at the old hats. Look at the old hats hanging on the coat rack there. You can probably rent these rooms out and dine up here. Look at the mirrors on the wall. And playing Chuck Berry, Johnny B. Good. Look at the old Coke bottles. They got the old train, old Coke bottles, silverware, lamps. Look, there's a bar over there. Let's go look through that window there. I don't know if I can get over there. Now, I love exploring places like this too. I'm the same way. I'm glad thanks to them for giving me permission to promote their place here. If you're down in look at the old Coca-Cola sign on the wall there. They got plenty of space here. I'm amazed at the capacity of this place. They can, you know, really fit like hundreds of people here if they wanted to. But this is the old hotel portion, the upper. I guess this is probably the check-in desk. This was probably the hotel check-in desk. There probably wasn't many rooms up here. They got some kitchen stuff. Oh, you can connect to the bar this way. Look, 4 tracks. There's an old Chevrolet tailgate. There's some of the nostalgia for the train station here. Yeah, here's the huge bar area back here. There it is. The old Spring Cafe. Look at that. Yeah, they got the railroad crossing. You can look out there. Restrooms, elevators. They got an elevator together. Here, look at this. Character reading. Your future. You stand on it, the scale. You get the little readout there. Yeah, Johnny be good. Old Chuck Berry. Look, there's an old oil derrick. There used to be old derricks all around here, pumping out the oil. There's the old railroad pulling into. There's Old Town Spring. So we're right here. There's the old train depot, and this is Old Town Spring, Texas. And look at this room here. They got the stained glass. You got the nice fixtures on the wall. And this probably was a porch that they enclosed. No, maybe not. See, I can't tell. It looks, a lot of these buildings were built in stages where they would keep adding on to it. Like the old farmhouses would be like that too. Look at the silverware on the wall there. Oh, it's a great place to have a party. And look how you can look right out and see the railroad tracks. That's why this town's here, because the railroad came down from Dallas, Fort Worth and connected with Houston and the Galveston. And this was, see how the two railroads, there's a split there? The two railroads split right here where the train depot was. And look, see, this is why you see how they build extra rooms, and they got it blacked out so you can't see the other side. That's probably some of the old hotel rooms are on the other side here. But here, the Winche Brothers Saloon and Hotel. It's no longer a hotel. It's mainly just a bar and restaurant. Pizza Lisa, thanks for helping out with the menu items. You can search it online. I'm sure they got a great webpage. It's nice to see it here in person, the old Coke bottles. And so I would like to stay here longer, but I really want to give an overview of this whole town. We'll walk. This town's not too large. You can easily cover it in an hour. And we'll head out of here. Look at that old chair. So here we'll head down and we'll check out the back. He says there's a back area in the back. So I haven't checked out the back area. We'll go around here. Look how much space there is. And we'll head back out into the Texas heat. It's about 88 degrees. Thank you. Look at this cash register. It's just amazing. The safe. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. There it is. Winche Brothers Saloon and Hotel. There's the historic marker. You can look it up. Hopefully I'm saying it right. Midway and Hardy Street right here in Old Town Spring. We'll head this way. And Chris and other people, Tara and other people, remember I was here before. Sarah remembers I was here before. Last summer we were here at this time, and it's where we saw the pirate with the neck brace on and his partner there. And maybe we'll run into him again, who knows. They said there's a back area here, so let's here, I'll just walk past these plants here. I just want to see what he's talking about. There was a back patio area, and I might be entering it from the wrong way here. Heck, there's a little Don Quixote's smoking area here. And yeah, I don't see a, I guess he was talking about that maybe, but that's okay. So let's go back to the town here. Yeah, it's a great hotel tour. Thanks for being on, Chris. Diana, how's it going? Diana, how's it going with the weather? Is there a tropical storm moving into South Texas? I wasn't paying attention to the weather besides the Houston area there. I think my father was watching the news or something and said there's a tropical storm moving down your area. So hopefully things will be all right with that. Here, Don Quixote Custom Outdoor Interior Decor, Old Town Spring. You'll find there's just tons of it's an amazing place to go for holiday shopping because there's all kinds of geodes and urns and antiques. A lot of antiques. Look, they got the Hello Kitty in the windows. What is this? Rocks and stones, sticks and stones. Historic Spring Bank Vault. Okay, so let's read the rules here. I was in here last time, and at first they allowed me to film, and then later the owner didn't like me filming in here, so I gotta, let me see if I can, it's not even open. It's not even open today. So unfortunately, there's a bank vault in there, and they have all kinds of interesting memorabilia there, but it's closed today. So here's what it is. This is the Spring State Bank. If you come here, if you go inside, they got an amazing amount of merchandise, but they also got the old bank vault in there, and it's really interesting. They got some old money and historical items here, but Old Town Spring, Schmidt and Sons. We'll just cruise down the nice little streets here. Yeah, I'm glad you saw the hotel tour. If you missed it, you can watch the recordings here. Here, this is the Tea Kettle Cafe. Right here, look at the nice porch. So I guess Monday, Tuesday, a lot of these places are closed on Tuesday. So I'm learning something new. So if you go to Old Town Spring, don't come on a Monday or Tuesday because things are closed. This is right where we saw the pirate, where I was filming this Darth Vader. And look at all these lawn ornaments you can put in your lawn there. They got the nice cat. Look at that nice cat decal. I like that. See, you can walk back in these hidden treasures. They got this and that. They got these little walkable breakout areas with these little buildings back here. Old Town Spring. Yeah, it's such a pretty area. Thanks for... They can even decorate the picnic tables here. I'll try to go slow so I don't make everybody sick here spinning the camera around. But contrast this with the Woodlands. We were at the Woodlands yesterday, which is the new master planned canal walk, which is nice. Here goes a cat. There's a cat. There's a cat from Spring, Texas. How you doing there, cat? Is it hot? Oh, that's a mother. Look, how you doing there? That's the mama cat walking through there. But here we got Sweet Sage Fine Art mystery bag. They got the nice little bike. Celtic Odyssey tarot readings. Odyssey Emporium. It's nice little boutiques. Little landscape flowers. This and that. We got a gazebo here. Hey, we'll go to the Loose Caboose. You see how the railroad theme runs all throughout this town here. Historic Spring, Texas. They got antiques. The Loose Caboose. They actually, last time we were here, they were using the caboose, the kitchens on the caboose, and see people sit out under the fans here. And a real old Texas railroad town here, East Texas, north of Houston. We're only about 25 miles north of Houston here. I don't want to make the people feel like I'm filming them there. There's Chloe's handbags, much more. A unique boutique. There's the Loose Caboose. Barbecue burgers and more. Look at the alligator. They have fried Twinkies, fried Snickers, fried Oreos, pulled pork, gumbo, burgers and fries, funnel cake. Go to the Loose Caboose there. Get your fried candy bars. How could you take a candy bar and make it more unhealthy? Deep fry it. Just like fried green tomatoes. Here, greetings from Old Town Spring, Texas. There's their postcard. Plain and level. Save water, drink wine. There you go. Hey, let's go back in here. What do dreams know of boundaries? There you go. Plain and level. See, you can come to Old Town Spring. Pops. But everything's closed on Monday and Tuesday. I didn't realize this. You know, I'll have to remember that next time not to come on a Monday or Tuesday so we can go inside some of these places. Look at this tree, how this tree grows over the roof there. Yeah, nice kitty. Let's see, reclaimed leather. Look at that door. Even the door is interesting. Try breaking into that door. But reclaimed leather, these little spots here. So here, let's keep on going. At least the bar and saloon was open there, the Winche Brothers. We got to go inside that. And here we'll go Stardust, Preservation Park. So you can imagine, look, they got an outdoor bar right here. At the holiday time, they decorate this for the holidays really well. And so maybe this, I'm really expecting this winter we'll be back with my father to visit my sister and brother-in-law for Christmas. And we'll check this out at Christmas time again. But here, see, here's the general layout of the town, Old Town Spring. There's the whole directory there. You can search all this online if you're ever down in this area, and just don't come on Monday or Tuesday because nothing seems to be open on Mondays or Tuesdays. But it's okay for an overview. There's people over there, the German house, little Dutch girl, Stardust. Let's see, what do we got here? Look at this, how you can just walk back in these little alcoves. Yeah, the Clever Cat. We'll see if we see more cats back here. Spring Cottage Gallery, grand reopening. What is this? See, they got these little tiny houses that they converted into little shops here. There, we'll go to the dugout. I remember going to the dugout last time we went in there. They have sports memorabilia. The Keller Candle Company. Yeah, they got the little rides there. We went inside some of these shops. Here, we'll head right through here. Somebody sitting here. Yeah, nice porches. It is starting to get hot, but it's not as hot as it was last week. We're in the upper 80s. But with the humidity, I'm sure it's feels like in the 90s. Yeah, Key West. This is like, you know, this is a very kitschy, human scale town. I think I got this fountain. This fountain needs a little work, but yeah, Key West has a lot of stuff like this. Brightly colored little walkable alcoves and little shops and bars, outdoor bars. See, like across the way there, they're checking it out. Look, they got the royal family. I remember they got the royal family there. And look, even that porch up there, they got a nice bell tower. You can rent this out. You rent the entire space. So there's, here, let's cross the street here. Let's check out what they're checking out, dude. Cutter's Canyon, jewelry, handbags, t-shirts, souvenirs. You get all your Texas porch things. They're checking out the royal family there. Look at that, yeah. How you doing? Yeah, I'm on YouTube. That's okay. Thank you.
I just said I think he's doing a YouTube.
Yeah, thank you. You got it. I'm checking out Old Town Spring. This is nice. I didn't realize the royal family was going to be here. Look at that. Yeah. So here, we'll cross the street again. No, we'll stay over here. We'll go this way. How you? There, Goodwood's British Market. That's what that was. Here's Pearson Bell. Look at the dresses. Look at the beautiful, colorful dresses. I like these over here. It's kind of like tie-dye. Look at that. That's nice. So here's Lynn's Table. Ice cream fudge floats. Roasted nuts. Yeah, let's check out this side of the street here. Yeah, it's a little out of date. May, I'm glad you saw that. Yeah, even last time. Yeah, see, you know, of course, the Queen, may she rest in peace. Now there's Prince Charles. They need to put Camilla up there, and then they got the Prince. But the new king is right there with the yellow carnation. Remind you of your home there. Look, they're flying the American flag upside down. That is significant. Isn't that amazing? That's a sign of distress. They're not flying the Texas flag upside down. So this is by intent, and so I won't make any comment on that. Here's
Texas is fine. The United States isn't.
I know that.
That's why the Texas flag isn't upside down, and I hung it like that.
You hung it like that. Good. I'm glad I talked to you because I'm all for free speech, and I'm on YouTube right now. I'm against TikTok. These TikTok censor speech, even YouTube censor speech.
It does.
And that's why I have to be careful because I trip the algorithm because they're listening all the time. Isn't that amazing? Thank you.
I had to create so many accounts so I can get back on YouTube.
What do you think that you saw the Supreme Court justice got because of his wife? So you're doing this intentionally. So I'm showing here a document. So this is your business?
Yes.
This is great. I didn't realize a lot of the businesses are closed Tuesdays and Mondays. Yeah. So
Mondays and Tuesdays. It didn't used to be like that, but after COVID, there's just not that many people coming down here, and because of that, it's slowly coming back. There is more and more shops opening up, but the Mondays have always been kind of slow, and we were only open on Mondays just to pay to help the other shop owners out.
Yeah,
because we made deliveries and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's good.
But now that there's only like maybe 10 or 15 open on Monday, we're not even open on Mondays anymore.
Well, I'm trying to promote it. I showed the hotel and the saloon, and I'll promote your place here. And my name's Brian. Brian, really Chicago. I'm from Chicago.
Oh, right on, Brian.
You can imagine the flack I get filming in Chicago. People tune in from all over the country because everything's political. Even where you live now is political. And I'm pretty independent. I lean libertarian, but I live in a liberal city. And so when I'm on TikTok or YouTube or anything, we get comments. The comments spread the right to the left. And I have to, like a radio station, I have moderators. And it's hard. Yeah. It's hard because I know this year. This year. Yeah. The Democratic conventions in Chicago, the Republicans in Milwaukee. I'm going to try to cover both. So we'll see if I can maintain my accounts without getting blocked.
Be safe.
Good. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thanks for talking. I appreciate it. That's good. So here, Gentry Square, we actually talked to the owner, and he said he was intentionally flying the flag upside down, which is amazing. Because he said, and that's why I thought, isn't it amazing how, we run into people. We are in Texas. We're not in Chicago. And just like when we met the pirate last time I was here, the pirate I was talking to had a holster with a weapon in it when I was talking to him. So I chose my words very carefully. You got to respect private property. In Chicago, you got to respect it too. But, it's a whole new dimension when you get out here into the shift between a blue state and a red state. It's amazing. Here, gourmet first for tamales. And here, let's go back here. Thanks for letting me talk to you. I was staying pretty neutral. Most people know I lean to the left, but I can tolerate because I have family that, of course, spreads the whole gamut. I know some of you tuning in and people like May and other people from England, you're trying to understand our political divide. And I'm trying to navigate this whole thing too. And, tomorrow's Juneteenth. Even our holidays have become politicized as the country, the long, sordid history of America, as we try to live up to our ideals in the Constitution that all people are created equal, men and women, people of all backgrounds, and trying to correct the sins of our past, which still haunt us to this day. So, and are affecting this election cycle. So, yeah. You're no longer in Burbank. Well, hey, Daryl, thanks for tuning in. I remember you always would tune in. So I hope you enjoyed the move there, and thanks for tuning in wherever you're at now. I'll have to tell us where, if you want, you can tell us where you're at now. Here, New York style, Italian ices, JJ's Closet. And I have to realize that, I talk with a loud voice when I live stream. So when I editorialize, that guy was right there. Isn't that amazing that I was filming his flag that he intentionally flew upside down, and the guy was right there listening to me talk about it? So if I would have went up and said, "Oh, this is horrible," he would have jumped all over me. And I got to be very careful, and thanks for understanding. Even this morning, we almost, and since we're on YouTube, I filmed this on TikTok. I'm amazed. There is a CBD right there in Texas. Of course, Texas, it is not legal, but I have found head shops and places where when I went in there, they had like a secret room in the back. I hope I'm not divulging their secrets there. And so maybe there's speakeasies around here. Let's see here. So here's the Spring Historical Museum. I don't know if it's open today. Probably not, since the whole town's closed on Mondays and Tuesdays. You're in Worth. That's good. I know where Worth's at. That's good. So thanks for tuning in there, Daryl. And thanks for letting us know. Hope we had a nice move there. Here's Spring Historical Museum. Yeah, you see, Chris, look at the gauntlet I have to navigate. This morning I was riding a bike through a subdivision and TikTok gave me a warning. I thought I was going to get another suspension, but I didn't. They just gave me a warning. How many times have I ridden a bike in Chicago? We had no problems. I don't understand why I go to Texas and they're all TikTok's cracking down, but you know, it's the same frustrations we always deal with. You've been around long enough to know. But look, here is Thursday through Saturday. So here's the Spring Historical Museum. We went into it last time. I think I lost that footage. So here, we'll go and film this historical marker. What time we got? 1:03. I know a lot of people have to go back to lunch or go work after lunch. I didn't start till 12:30 Central Time because I was in a meeting myself. I am working. Someone asked me if I was retired this morning. I'm like, no, I'm not retired. I wish I was. Here, initially a farming community supported by crops, including sugarcane and cotton. Spring was platted by Houston and Northern Railway, 1873. So it doesn't go back to the 1830s. I think this area was first settled in the 1830s. German settlers, including Carl Wunschel, who was the owner of that hotel and bar saloon that we just filmed at the beginning of this. A new rail line reached Spring in the early 20th century. In the roundhouse, there was a roundhouse, the railway shops. The town grew as important as a rail center. So it came later. So Houston and Galveston came first. Spring came later. And then the loss of the roundhouse and the onset of prohibition led to a population decline. Look at that. Everything, laws have consequences. And because the saloons, hotels, and other rail sports in the 20s, the dwelling community persisted. And that's why this became stuck in time, Old Town Spring. And that's why the city of Houston, the suburbs surrounded it. It was initially developed. It was far enough away, just like Joliet and Elgin and Aurora were their own towns in Chicago that got surrounded by the suburbs of Chicagoland. The same thing happened in Houston. The Woodlands and Conroe suburbs jumped north of this because of the highway. They built I-45s right over there, and that's why this became kind of stuck in time, and it has this old town feel because it existed before all that was built. It goes back to the railroads. Yeah, we know about TikTok. We know about reasons that Congress wants to ban it, and why do you think I film as much as I can for the Lunch Bunch on YouTube, so we have a other streaming platform if needed, if I lose my TikTok account or am forced to leave that platform for any number of reasons. And it's a shame. TikTok's good for some things. It really pushes the live stream. It's great to get exposure, but it's not good for other things, and things I complain about all the time, which begs the question, why am I even on that platform? So we got YouTube, and we'll continue to create content. I've been talking to Darren Monroe about ways to get people to watch stuff on TikTok and have a link at the bottom. You can't do a direct link to a YouTube. They're TikTok's smart enough to not allow that. But I can write, like, check out the full video on YouTube, and I think I'm going to start doing that. Darren Monroe gave me a really good idea, and I appreciate him. He's going to do it himself too. Here's Zangma Art Bites. Let's check out this store here across the street here. But yeah, if you just joined, we're in Old Town Spring here, checking out the shops here. It's a Turkish store. This is a Turkish store. Look at boutique. Look at it's open. But I'm more, the more I live stream, sorry, I didn't realize somebody was sitting right there. Thank you. How's it going? I'm trying to promote this nice business here. Turkish Coffee House. Look at that. Yeah, I like this. Art Bites, nice dresses. the more I live stream, the more gun shy I am about just going inside, especially in Texas, going inside business establishments because it's private property and you got to get permission. I asked permission from the when we went into the hotel there and the saloon. Here, nomadic store, Kazakh house. Yeah, it's like Kazakhstan. Look at that. So right here in Spring, Texas, we got a Turkish gift shop, Art Bites, and we got a Kazakh nomadic store, like the yurts and stuff, like Mongolia. Look at that. Nice flag. Look at this yellow house. I just like the historic architecture. These were real houses that existed for like 100 years. Look at that. Look at that stained glass window. See, there's something about just smaller scale, like this house over here. You know, the old detail that we don't get with the newer buildings, and they survived. Like, look at that even. You been on your backup? Oh, Chris. Oh, I didn't realize that. Yeah, you've been. So even Chris, you got to have a backup. So what happened, Chris? Your main one, something happened? I know. I saw you post a few videos of Maddie there for Father's Day, or one, you know, and I didn't realize you're on your backup there. Thanks for tuning in here on YouTube. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. And I know you lost your father earlier, so probably, I'm sure it was a really sentimental Father's Day there, but thanks for tuning in. And here, we'll continue exploring these shops here, Old Town Spring. Quilt and fabric. Yeah, let's check out this store. This is an old residential house that was converted into Hudson's White Hall. Is that what they call it? Let's see. It's called Rock Gym Unique Boutique, Spirit Quest, 303 Main Street, Hudson's White Hall. Yeah, look at there on the porch there. You're checking it out. How you doing? Healing the mind and body and spirit there, yeah. Look, they got the nice pinwheels. I like this. Got a nice porch there. I like the second story porch there. Got the nice gates here. Bird bath. Hey, let's check this out here. Yeah. That's a nice bird bath with the sculpture there. Look, there's Bigfoot. There's Bigfoot right there, Old Town Spring. We found him. There's the pinwheels. Look at all these artworks, dragon and gnomes and butterfly. Yeah, look at this. Marigold, the monarch. Feel free to take a photo. Okay, we'll take a photo. It says feel free. No public restroom. Hey, you got a nice eye there. Access this way. Yeah, they got a bunch of gemstones. How you doing there? So here, we'll go around here. You got the bear. Yeah, thanks everybody for, hopefully I didn't speak too much there, Chris. I know that familiarity, you and I know each other pretty well from over the year and a half we've been working together on this social media experience and going to Cubs games and stuff. But you know, then I was speaking to you, and then I might divulge stuff that you might not want anybody else to talk about. So thanks everybody for sending your condolences to Chris. I know other people are dealing with that too. Look, Maine, Keith, Spring Cypress Road. Oh, here comes the railroad. Good. So I'm going to run over the railroad track. Hopefully we'll catch the railroad going by. This is usually this is a pretty active railroad track, and sometimes we can catch the railroad going by. You know how much I like trains and transit, and if I can catch the train, yeah, I hear the whistle. You hear the whistle? So here, let's run. Look at this dog. It's got the Santa stuff on. I'm running in sandals here, so yeah, the train's coming. So keep your eyes peeled down the road here. We'll see if we can get the train coming through here. And usually it's only an engine without any cars. Preston in Maine here. So let's see if we can get, welcome to Old Town Spring here. We're on one of the main streets here. And there's an at-grade crossing here, very dangerous, because I don't even think there's a signal here, and cars have to hear the train. That's why it's blowing its whistle. We'll get the train going right by the railroad depot here. There's public restrooms. There it comes. I hear it. You hear that train coming? There it comes. Old Town Spring, we're getting a train going by. It's my lucky day here. BNS, no, it's INS, Union Pacific. This might be a long one. Look how many locomotives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 locomotives. This is going to be a long train. Wow. And see how the train splits. There's Wonche Brothers. We saw that before. Look, Union Pacific, Building America. 5 locomotives going north. It's going towards Dallas and Fort Worth. This is where the train splits. See how there's 2 tracks here. We can get right up next to this train. This is amazing. See, trains, planes, and automobiles. We catch it all here. There's Wonche Brothers, Old Town Spring. We can get right next to this train. There's nothing stopping us, just their own scruples. Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. Welcome to Texas. We're down here at Old Town Spring. We're catching this train going by. You got to respect the train because they can't stop. We'll see if we see any interesting graffiti. We already saw some here. Denise, how you doing there? John James and Chris and Taco Jalapenos. So yeah, the trains move America. Trains are still a part and part of our infrastructure. And you see how this is an old railroad town. This is Spring, Texas. There used to be a roundhouse here, and that's where the railroad split here. This is coming north from Houston, and it's heading up probably towards Dallas, Fort Worth area. Look at that. Look at this. I like this rolling stock graffiti heads all across the nation. And you know, it comes, you see it in Chicago and New York, but even down here in Texas, this rolling stock travels all across the nation. And this is going to be a really long train. It's 5 engines pulling it. We'll just film the sound of the train here. Trains move America. I agree. Taco Jalapeno Salsa. Thanks for tuning in here. We'll see if we get to see some interesting cars, and maybe there might be a caboose even. We'll see. They don't usually use the caboose as much anymore. Look at this graffiti. Wow. Look at that. People sign it. Mootin'. There's a tanker. We're getting a cool breeze from this train going by. Well, this made my day. Luckily, usually when I go through here, last time there was only 2 engines like moving around. Here's a flatbed car. Got some, look at that steel. Look, imagine how much that steel weighs. That's why they only got a little bit on it, because it probably exceeds the weight limit if they put any more on it. I'm feeling some raindrops here. Here, let me get past the sign here a little bit. See, these mean something for the conductors. It's like the same with the CTA trains. Look at all the different stuff that's on this train. We got some pipes. Look at all those pipes. More pipes. It's starting to rain here a little bit. There is rain in the forecast. Loafer. One United Power. Yeah, what does that mean? USA. But every time we come to Spring, Texas, we meet some interesting Americans, just like the pirate guy we saw a year ago, and then we met the guy with his business in front of his business, he was flying the American flag upside down, which is amazing. It's just like where my father lives, there are contractors that put the Trump flag on their business, which it actually doesn't hurt their business, you know, and it would if it was in Chicago, you know, or if it was a Biden flag, it probably would hurt their business in the area where my father lives. And it's so interesting that businesses are like associating themselves with political parties, which is the beginning of, you know, that's how fascism starts. I mean, what's the definition of fascism? The merger of the government with business, you know, the government's open for business, you know, all these terms, you know. There, Balto. Yeah, this is a really long train. I might not be able to film the whole thing here. It'll take the rest of my live stream just filming this train. There might be the end of it here. Hey, how's it going, Christopher Dotson? Look, we got a train going by. We're in Spring, Texas. We're in this this old Texas town there. We went inside the saloon there, the Winche Brothers Saloon Live Music. There's a lot of antique shops, so you can check out the beginning of this live. I got what I wanted. I got a train going by. Look, Joy Spring. Five locomotives were pulling this thing, so this train might be a mile long. And it heads straight north from Houston, and this track, and goes to Dallas. So this is one of the main lines that go between Houston and Dallas here. We're in Spring, Texas. You can look it up on the map. It's about 25 miles north of Houston. It's near my sister. My sister and brother-in-law have their house, and we've been here before. I'm just filming this train going by. I'm curious to see how long this train is now. Look at all these tankers going by. Now, isn't that cool? Seeing the train go by, all the graffiti on it, and tags and artwork, whatever you want to call it. Messages, political messages. Christopher Dotson, we found a business owner in Spring, Texas. He was flying the American flag upside down on his business, and he was right there, and he talked to me, and I was like, whoa. and I had to be really careful. Like, he was, you know, I told him I was from Chicago, and he was like, be careful. And I was like, you know, of course, you know, it shows you wherever you live. If I had said I was from New York, I bet he'd be like, get out. Same with Chicago, you know, he doesn't want me there. But I made sure I told him I was pretty open-minded. I can tolerate opposing viewpoints better than some. I'm not into cancel culture, because I realize it could be used against me. Even my views, I could be canceled, and I lean to the left. You know, we got to tolerate opposing viewpoints as long as people don't resort to violence, and that's the key. But here, welcome to Old Town Spring. We're watching this train go by. Look at that artwork! Wow, that's amazing. That's a really old one. That's been on there for a while. I recognize some of that artwork there. This rolling stock moves around the country. Some of these graffiti tags may have come from LA, some of them come from New York or Chicago, and then they're down here in Texas, and they roll around the country. And that's why I want to document this. Look at these flatbed cars, or these open this is a mile-long train. Look how long this train is. Yeah, Warren Buffett's company is an owner of BNSF. I know that. Yeah, Warren Buffett bought up all the railroads because he realized he started buying them up even before the pandemic, which was smart because, you know, he sees there's profit to be eked out of there. And I know that, you know, the corporations own all this stuff, you know, including Berkshire Hathaway. I know Warren Buffett owns a lot of stuff. He did own a lot of the airlines, but then he sold the airlines after 9/11 or after the pandemic, and he sold for a loss. So, but he did pretty good. He did pretty good with the railroads. I know he's making money off his railroads. Warren Buffett. That's what we're talking about. Hey, thanks everybody for tuning in here. So I'm just gonna stay here. See, look at all these people waiting to cross. Look at the traffic. Oh, that's people parking there. The train seems like it's slowing down. So I think the train's slowing down. Look how long it took it to slow down. So it might come to a complete stop here. Yeah, this train's gonna come to a stop. So we'll walk down this track. And I see the police there, so the police might not want me being this close to a train. I don't know. They went by. So I'm gonna get out of here. So technically, I'm on the right of way of the railroad, so I'm trespassing on. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm okay where I'm at. Let me go back and go to the right away of the street here. I'm not trying to break any rules or anything. I'm just excited to see this train go by here. And yeah, it came to a complete stop here, so it might be stopped for a while. So we'll go back to the town here. I'm about wrap this up anyway here. I got to get back to work. We started this live about 12:30, and so we've been streaming for almost an hour here. I gave us a nice overview of the town. We got inside the Wonche Brothers there. This is one of the main streets of Old Town Spring. You see the antique shops. We came up the other way. We made it to the museum, which wasn't open. It's only open Thursday through Sunday, I think, or Saturday. And I'm gonna have a hard time making it back to my sister's place unless this train starts moving, because it's blocking the street that I need to take to get back to my sister's place. But so we'll go back and film the railroad depot and Wonche Brothers. I know they'll have to turn around. And sometimes the train comes on this siding. You know, that's what I saw the last time I was here. See, this is why there was a roundhouse here. The train actually splits right here. But here, welcome to Old Town Spring. There's the sign to go into the town. We'll go back and film this depot. There, Hajitz Hall, another German name there. Here, I'm walking in the street here. There's no sidewalk. Here's the Puffabellies, is where the old railroad depot. So this is the original railroad depot when this was a railroad town, and it still is a railroad town. Look, it's backing up. Look, it's backing up. Wonder what happened. Did the train hit something? The train is backing up. It's reversing. Are they gonna take a different track? I've never seen a train this long come to a stop and start reversing. They literally reverse the engines. Huh. That's interesting. So here, let's go back to the town here. Coca-Cola. Yeah, I see that, Pizza Lisa. Yeah, I drink Diet Pepsi too much. For some reason, I got on Pepsi when I was in college. The Pepsi's marketing got me in college, so I've been a Pepsi drinker ever since. But I used to drink Coke when I was a kid. Puffabellies, the old railroad depot. Let's look in the window here. It's hard to see. Yeah, they got an old bar there. There's the old railroad depot. There, you can see it. That's the inside of the old railroad depot here, Spring, Texas. Puffabellies is not open today. Yeah, they're really backing up the train. There, drink Coca-Cola. There you go, Pizza Lisa. Old Coca-Cola signs. Let's go walk around. Yeah, they got like stages back here for live music and stuff. And again, for the holidays, we'll be back. I'm sure I'll be back down this way Christmas time. We'll show what this looks like, decorated for the holidays. Maybe at night. They usually have a Santa Claus village. See, there's a stage there, an outdoor area. These are the old residential buildings here. Let's see if we can get out here. Yeah, they might be splitting up the train. Look how fast it's reversing. It's reversing the whole thing there. Yeah, sometimes they split up the trains. It's a really long train, though. There's Thad's. Yeah, I'll just walk back and forth on this. I kind of ran to catch the train, so here's Thad's. It's open. Look at that. They got the enclosed porch there, so they can put more of their merchandise out there. Here's bridal. There's a bridal shop here. My Picasso Art Bar. Dream Day Bridal. Here's a fine crafts gallery. You can't buy love, but you can buy handmade. And that's kind of the same thing. There you go. Look at that. Look at this police motorcycle. There's the constable right there. So I'm glad the constable didn't see me up close next to that train. He might have said something. Here, let's go down this street. Let's check something out here. I said, I'm just a little kid here excited to see a train. Yeah, the country life. Yeah, I mean, this town really does have a small town country feel to it, an old railroad town, and it's amazing. It's surrounded by the suburbs of Houston. In all directions, there's malls and subdivisions and highways, and it's kind of off to itself here. There's the Spring Fire Department. Here's the Masonic Lodge. So that I saw the sign to the town was donated by the Masonic Lodge. Here's the Spring AF and AM Masonic Lodge there. You see the G symbol with the state of Texas behind it. There, 1920, Master Masons. There's Masons everywhere. There's Masons in Chicago. There's Masons in Texas. Masons in Washington, D.C. George Washington was a Mason. There, Everlasting Bracelet Bar. Noble and Preston, Times Square. Jewels, taxes, and more. Bracelet Bar. So it's just a flashing red light. There's Spring Fire Department. It's getting hot, so I'm gonna head back to this main street. We might film a few more shops, and then we'll call it a day because I'm starting to get heat stroke here. It's not even that hot. I think it's actually hotter in Chicago than it is down here. It's this weird point where the heat went really far north. But it's not as hot. I was here last summer and it was 99 degrees literally. But it's gonna get that way pretty soon. Not everyone's cup of tea. That's the name of that store there. What else we got here? Let's see. Let's go up to this interesting sign. There's an interesting sign up here. We're still in Old Town Spring here. More time clock watch sales and service. There's the Lone Star State seal up there. Hey, they got this stuff you can put your face in. You can put your face in the horse or the cow there. The farmhouse. They got a giant pumpkin, or maybe it's a giant tomato you can sit in. I don't know what it is there. There. I said that word on TikTok once and it got me banned, so I can't say that. Elixir Lounge, Kava Bar. Yeah, look at that. That's a nice, I like the color scheme there. You go to the Kava Bar, you sit in that chair, get the Elixir Lounge, get some Kava tea. So I love this stuff. A very arts, very colorful town. Arts and crafts, handmade stuff, all kinds of kitsch, antiques. Let's get this dog on the roof here. So here, yeah, we'll film some of this. I ran past this. Everybody's, oh look, glass and other art. I bet you can find some interesting paraphernalia in there. Glass art, tie-dye paintings. Yeah, it's my type of place there. So let's see. Jamil's, a Girly Girls Vintage Boutique. Look at this porch. This is what's so nice about the Old Town Spring. The porches are just loaded up with stuff you can rummage through when they're open. Market Square, the junk. The Texican chic, Mexican artisan art. There you go. You get some Mexican, the salsa of Old Town and Spring. There you go. Yeah. They got Coca-Cola. Okay, so we did film that building with the Sasquatch. This is what we started glossing over here. Here's the Peace, Love, and Peppers. Simply Texas Gourmet Foods. Hot peppers. You get your jerky, your pickles, your mixers, your hot sauce, salsa, rubs. I bet they got all kinds of salsas, pickles from mild to wild, hot habanero, and biggest selection of hot sauce in Texas. There you go. If you're looking for some Texas hot sauce, look at the brands they got there. Yeah. Texas Roots. Marco, how you doing there? Taco. Denise, yeah. Texas Roots. Look at this cactus. There's an old tractor chair or seat. Collectibles and art. Here, the Brass Monkey. I think of the Beastie Boys song here. Brass Monkey. That funky monkey. These little stores here. Hats. Hey, haberdashery. You got a hat store. Old Town Spring. See, isn't this better than going to the mall? Hat people. You just have to walk out. They got dogs on the roof. We saw this when we were running to catch the train there. They got it Santa's little helpers on the roof there. You got the Peppers and the Pug dog boutique. Look, Chris, Peppers and the Pug dog boutique and gift shop. You got all kinds of stuff for your dog. Just for the birds. There's a bird store. So we got a dog store. Look at, they got the little dogs sticking out of the fence there. And then they got a bird store. Look, they got all the bird stands there. Money does grow on trees. Just for the birds. Gifts for birds lovers. You got the armadillos and little flowers. There is like a toy store. There's a toy store in this town, I remember too. I think I missed it. It was on the other street. Here, not everyone's cup of tea. So we'll wrap this up. I see my father's car, so I gotta get hydrated here and get out of this heat. So I really appreciate everybody for sticking on when I was running after the train there, and hope you have a good rest of your Tuesday there. Just remember, don't come here Monday or Tuesday. Most of the stuff's closed. If you come to Old Town Spring, come Wednesday through Sunday, and stuff will be open. I was talking to the guy. He said since the pandemic, it hasn't been the same. It's harder for these businesses. People buy stuff online. They don't come shop at these little quaint towns anymore, which is a shame. And we don't want this town to dry up again. This is what's keeping it alive. People coming here at Christmas time and going to the restaurants, and there's public restrooms right there, you know. But thanks everybody for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Old Town Spring here. Have a great Tuesday. Here, we'll cross the street here if I can. And we'll wrap it up here at the Railroad Depot. Yeah, thanks John James. Thanks Christy Draper. Thanks Marco. And yeah, that's the place for hot sauce, Marco. Thanks Taco Hopio Salsa and Chris and Denise. Denise, thanks for being on. And everybody else, Pizza Lisa and May and Christopher. And we'll wrap it up here. So if I'm not on tonight, it'll be raining. There's rain in the forecast, so we got some good lives in here. Have a good rest of your Tuesday. I'm gonna go back to work here. Have a great day, everybody. And now I can cross the railroad tracks. That whole train reversed. Here's my chance to get out. Have a great day, everybody. We'll talk to you later. Thanks a lot. All right, bye. Yeah, thanks, Taco. All right, bye.